Barnaby was a young bear with soft brown fur, bright, curious eyes, and a heart full of adventure. One sunny morning, his parents called him. "Barnaby," Mama Bear said gently, "we need your help today." Papa Bear added, "Can you go to the river for fish and then collect berries from the forest?" Barnaby puffed his chest proudly. "I can do it. I'm big enough now."
Stay safe, Barnaby. Don't go too far.
And remember, always ask before you take from the forest.
I will! I'll catch the biggest fish and find the sweetest berries.
Wow, it's so quiet here.
Hello.
Barnaby skipped toward the sparkling river. As he approached, he saw a pair of glowing eyes watching him from the water. It was Croc, the old crocodile of the river. Barnaby stopped politely. "Good morning, Mr. Croc. May I fish here today?" The crocodile slowly lifted his head. You asked first. That shows respect. Go ahead, little ware." "Thank you," Barnaby beamed. Soon he caught several shiny fish and packed them carefully.
Thank you, Mr. Crocodile.
Next, Barnaby went to the colorful berry fields. Red berries, blueberries, and golden ones glowed in the sunlight. Suddenly, a small voice called out, "Looking for the best berries?" It was Rabbit, quick and cheerful. "Yes," Barnaby said excitedly. Rabbit smiled. "Follow me. I know where the sweetest ones grow." They walked deeper into the forest, where the berries were bigger and juicier than Barnaby had ever seen. As Barnaby wandered further, he suddenly froze. In the soft mud was a huge footprint. "Whoa," whispered Barnaby, "that must be a very big bear." But deep inside, he wasn't sure. Still, the sight of the most delicious berries nearby made him forget his fear. He jumped happily. These are the best berries ever. While picking berries, Barnaby noticed something unusual hidden in the bushes. 2 giant eggs. They were colorful, but covered in sharp, spiky ridges. Barnaby tilted his head. They don't look like bird eggs or bear eggs. I'll come back for them later."
Or something dangerous.
I don't like that place. It felt wrong. It's just part of the forest.
I'm not going back there. Thanks for helping me.
Barnaby returned home and sent the fish and berries inside.
And the bear.
Mama Bear smiled warmly. "Thank you, Barnaby. You did very well." Papa Bear nodded proudly. "You're becoming responsible." But that night, rain poured heavily. Barnaby lay in his cozy bed, staring at the ceiling. "The eggs," he whispered. "They're out there, all alone in the storm." He turned and turned, but sleep would not come. Early the next morning, Barnaby quietly sneaked out. On his way, he met Rabbit again.
I need to get them.
Rabbit looked worried. "Barnaby, I saw giant footprints near the sweet berry garden. You shouldn't go there." Barnaby hesitated, then shook his head. "I'll be careful." Rabbit sighed. "Please don't ignore danger." But Barnaby kept going.
There are more.
It's quiet.
Barnaby found the eggs again. He looked around, then carefully placed them into his bag. "They'll be safe with me," he whispered. On his way home, he stopped at the river.
They're heavier than I thought.
Croc peeked out again. "What's in the bag, little bear?" Barnaby quickly replied, "Just melons for my parents."
That doesn't look like fish.
They're melons for my parents.
Croc stared at him for a moment, then slowly sank into the water without a word.
I'll keep you safe here.
The next morning, under a shady tree, Barnaby waited. Crack! One egg shook. A tiny claw popped out. Then a small, adorable dinosaur emerged. Barnaby gasped, "You're beautiful!" The second egg cracked too. Another baby dinosaur. The two creatures waddled toward him and snuggled close. "They think I'm their mother," Barnaby whispered, smiling. He hid them in his room. At night, they slept beside him. He saved food from dinner. "I'll eat in my room today," he told his parents. Soon the dinosaurs grew bigger and louder. One night, a deep, echoing roar came from the forest. The dinosaurs stirred. Barnaby covered his ears. "It's nothing. Go back to sleep." But his heart pounded.
Just the wind.
One afternoon, thud, crash. Papa Bear stopped walking. What was that? He opened Barnaby's door and froze. Two young dinosaurs stood in the room, knocking over furniture. "Barnaby!" Papa Bear shouted. "What is this?" Barnaby trembled. I found them. They needed me."
They're mine.
Where did you get them?
Papa Bear
In the
knelt
forest.
down. "These are not pets," he said gently. "They belong to someone, something much bigger." Barnaby's eyes filled with tears. "But they love me." Just then, a mighty roar shook the ground. The dinosaurs looked up and cried out happily. Mama Bear whispered, "Their mother." Barnaby wiped his tears. "I understand now." He led the dinosaurs back to the forest.
It's okay. I'm taking you home.
I hope this is right.
A massive shadow appeared between the trees, a giant dinosaur. The babies ran to her. She lowered her head and looked at Barnaby. For a moment, silence. Then she gently nodded. Barnaby whispered, "Goodbye, my friends."
You are.
That evening, Barnaby sat quietly. "I'm sorry I lied," he said, "and I should have listened."
They belong together.
Hey, you came back.
Papa Bear placed a paw on his shoulder. Being brave also means doing what is right. Mama Bear smiled softly and telling the truth.